Right. I am back with more Metroid Prime 2. Lots more Metroid Prime 2. Probably not going to beat it tonight, but I get pretty close. Just got done watching the latest She-Hulk episodes. Okay, they're so short. Oh, short compared to the other Marvel Plus or Disney Plus stuff. Anyway, give me 1 second. Okie doke. Get this done. Beat Corvus Bog just a little while ago, and now we're going to the Temple Sanctuary thing. I really would love to get started on Prime 3. Haven't played it very often. I think I've only ever played it like twice. I liked it too. Oh, why is that blinky? I do not like that. Get me to a save point, please. Oh my god, it's awful. Awful. Why is it doing that? Terrible. Jesus. Don't know why it's glitching at the top, but should be able to stop it here in a minute. God damn. So fucking annoying. Shit just won't like work. It's a cool part of the game. I do need to get to save so I can reset the emulator. That's just god awful, isn't it? What is he doing? Got a shield or some shit? God damn. Oh, there is somebody else. Kill that. Thank you. Save point where? Oh my gosh. Why is it doing that? Jesus. Wow, that's so fucking awful. Where the fuck is the save point? Jesus Christ, it's awful. I don't even know why it's doing that. Fucking terrible. I'm gonna restart it. I'm not too far ahead. That's like insufferably annoying. Alright, get this shit done. Did change a bunch of shit with my emulators, so it does run better, but it also glitches up sometimes. Whenever I click off of it, it's weird, don't know why. Oh yeah. So now that we have the dark visor, we can target those things. Damn, he just flew right the fuck off the edge, didn't he? It's funny. Alright. I believe this is where we need to go. Sanctuary. Fortress temple thing. Pretty fun. Kind of, I guess. It's actually a really cool looking place. Very unique to the Metroid games. All right. Here we go. Part of the game looks like Tron. Very Tron looking. Part of the game can also be kind of tricky, kind of confusing. That's what I'm looking for. That's some kind of crazy shit. We found a energy tank in a hot minute. There was something over here. Not too bad. Not awful. Oh shit. The fuck is that? The dead? Oh shit. CAB? Fuck, I forgot all about that. It's crazy. There, shit, finally, thank you. Alright. These things remind me of something. They look like, I think those were in Metroid Dread or something very similar. Kill them. Don't like that, apparently. Yeah, I'm gonna, you know, not mess with that guy. Did he not die? Apparently not. Shit, I don't know. Okay. These are just ammo boxes. What's that guy? Okay. Road combat drone. Lower venting system can be damaged by. I said. Gotta beat him with the boost ball. Unique. Save point. Hey, look at that. Look like they can be broken, but I guess not, huh? Yeah, those things do not like dark energy. Need the spider ball for that. What are these? Nothing good. Come on, you can do it. Yeah, those things are definitely weak to dark. I remember really enjoying this part. Let's see. Is my foundation misplaced? Okay, the blue one. Okay, there's orange. So I think orange is first. And green? Nope. Orange and then blue? Red, and then green. cool. Yeah. I don't know why I remember that part so well. This kind of looks cool, I guess. Believe those you fight later, if I'm not mistaken. It's kind of difficult to pull off awkward camera angles, but otherwise it's not too awful. Come back here, you son of a bitch. Fuck you. Huh. Okay. I think we get another visor, like the Sonic visor, something like that. God, it's Metroid. Not a super big fan. Dark Diligence drone. High-powered burst of light energy can damage it. Not right now, it can't. Need a save station or something. Hey, there's a key. God damn. He did. Okay. Oh shit. That'll work. That'll work. Ooh, look at that. That's a fuckload of ammo. That'll work. That'll do. They really do not like that light cannon. Yeah, sonic security system. That's what I thought. Can't get through there yet. Give me your ammo, goddammit. Shit. Give me ammo. That'll work. Yeah, I do not have the spider ball, so I cannot go there yet. Quite yet. No! Fuck. Ah, finally. Hit. That'll work. Hey, what's up? How's it going? How's it going? I woke up so late tonight. Not good. Whoa. Hold the phone. Oh, these guys. Hate these guys. Come on. Did you get any little kids in there asking for you to play different music and games and stuff? Awesome. On the duck station? What the fuck is a duck station? These guys are gonna kill me. God, these guys are so annoying. That's good. God, get out. Please, go away. Like, I'm about to die. There was kind of a long DSP thing I wanted to watch tonight at some point. Maybe sooner rather than later. This part of the game is incredibly confusing, at least from what I remember. Oh, okay, and that kills him. It's fair. I don't know, there was something though. I forgot exactly what it was. Oh, fuck you. Get out of here. Those guys are from Prime 1. Come on, there you go. Good job. Yep, there's one right there. Camera. Off. But I beat Corvus Bog earlier, and I went to get something to eat and watch She-Hulk. Which, I like She-Hulk, but those episodes are way too short. They're like incredibly short. What is this? Power relay. Echo key beam. Okay. I guess we're gonna get another beam here in a second. Echo key beam system. Oh yeah, we are. I remember. I remember this part. Yeah, in there, I think up there's the power bomb, if I'm not mistaken. Been a while though. Yeah. So this is how I came up. Ooh, I did not go in that door either. Probably should do that. It's a white door and a blue door, though. I think I have to be on the other side of that door. Oh, wait. Yeah. Here. Okay. Starting to get Metroid primed out. Been going hard on this for the past several days. Not that I don't enjoy it. I do, I very much do, but too much of a good thing and all that. This part of the game is really cool, though. You know what? Fuck it. Watch some film. Just saved. It's a good spot. Please don't show any of my porn links. God damn, that dude dropped so many fucking videos at the same time. I like him and I like watching him, but Jesus Christ. That motherfucker like drops 10 videos every night. Oh, and I wanted to watch that Backrooms found footage thing that Mudahar put out as well. ESP, just that's not what I was talking about, but I'll have to watch that. It was fairly long. Oh my god, DSP doesn't understand YouTube Shorts. That's what I wanted.
I'll be the guy on level 1. I streamed myself masturbating. I'll be the guy fuck life. I'll be the for the thousands of children. I'll be the guy on level 1. You're still on mission. This morning, literally as I was sitting over there at my PC, and the stream is getting started and all of that, right? Someone contacts me or chats with me.
I'll be right
chat,
back.
I don't know why I said contacts me,
second.
and says, hey, you know, you really should jump on the whole YouTube Shorts thing because everyone seems to be doing it. Everyone is getting boosted popularity because of it, so it just makes sense that you take advantage of it as well. And I'm like, well, I've looked into it. And here's the thing about YouTube Shorts, and here's why I think they're really stupid, all right? And you can disagree with me, and that's okay. YouTube Shorts can only currently be filmed with a phone or a mobile device through the YouTube app. You cannot make a YouTube Short out of a video on your already existing YouTube channel.
I thought you
now,
could.
I know that sounds stupid because it is. For example, every day I put out a bunch of content for you guys. What if I wanted to highlight 30 seconds of the funniest part of content that happened for that day?
I thought you could. I see a bunch of people putting out shorts of videos that they've uploaded. I'm like 99% sure you can do that somehow.
What if there was a hilarious moment that happened in a game? And I'm like, man, I would love to take 30 seconds out of this video and make it a YouTube short on my channel. Can't do that. Nope. Can't do it. YouTube sees shorts essentially like TikTok. TikTok essentially is people filming themselves on their phones.
Hold on.
And then immediately uploading it to the internet with like 30-second increments, right? Now, can you edit and shit? Yes, you can. There's ways you can edit the videos and do compilations and cuts and things like that. But for the most part, it's made for people to film on their phones. So YouTube, in all of their wisdom, instead of doing something smart and saying, oh, wait a minute, we have a business that operates on on-demand videos that people upload to our site. Why not make it so you could take those existing on-demand videos and make tons.
Can you make YouTube shorts from existing videos? To make a short out of an already posted video, creators need to go to their YouTube Studio app and choose any long-form video in their library. Then they can select up to 60 seconds worth of footage and create shorts out of them. So Phil has no fucking clue what he's talking about.
Tons of cool shorts out of them. They don't want that. That makes too much business sense. Instead, let's make it so the only way you can upload a short is by filming a 20 to 30 second clip on your fucking phone and upload it to your channel.
I want to see this.
Genius, right? I mean, they're just so smart because they totally don't copy everyone else, and they're not number 2 in streaming, number 2 in that, number 2 in everything, except the on-demand video deal, right?
Hold on.
It's just hilarious to me.
But I have so many upcoming
that this is how it operates. Because I would love, I'm serious, every day, if YouTube Shorts worked the proper way, meaning take something out of your existing content and highlight it, I would make one every day. I'm not even kidding. I'd be like, here's the highlight of what happened today. And here's a 30-second clip of something funny that
here's
happened.
Here's a 30-second clip of Phil begging for money.
Why wouldn't I do that? But they don't want that. They want the weird phone aspect ratio video. It's the oddest thing. Okay? So that being said,
surely you can.
I said, let's give it a go, right? So this morning, as I'm sitting there and the pre-stream music is running, I just pick up my phone and I do like a 20-second clip. Hey, this is my first YouTube short. I'm giving it a shot because people wanted to see what it would look like. All right? I literally just went live. So if you haven't seen it yet, it's on the channel as of right now. Okay. There it is. Already has over 100 views, like almost 200 views. That's ridiculous. And I'm just curious what people have to say about it. It looks like it's 12 seconds long. I think you can make them up to like 20 to 25 seconds. I'm not sure exactly how long
I want to see how this
works. But they're definitely not long, okay? They're not long at all. So here's the thing. Immediately, someone watched it and they're like, oh my God, your video quality is so good in your YouTube short. Why is that? Really? Like, you didn't ask? Like,
hold on, here we go.
Okay, ready? This is an iPhone. The iPhone has a good camera on it. Always has. Even if this was a 5-year, 6-year-old iPhone, the camera would still be really good. Okay? This camera right here is an over-decade-old webcam from Logitech that only records at 30 frames per second, that has an itty-bitty, tiny lens. Yes, the camera on this webcam is arguably smaller than...
Okay, it says, first find a video you've uploaded. Under the video, you should see the Create button. Hitting it will allow you to choose Edit into a short.
The camera on the back of my iPhone.
What? I don't see where.
It's crap. I've told you guys a million times my webcam is not good. That is why everything here looks blurry, right? If you zoom out, it looks okay. But the moment that you try to look close or watch this at 1080p quality, it looks blurry as shit because the webcam is no good. It's just not, okay? It's way outdated.
Go to the actual video?
I need to get a new one. I need to improve my setup. We've already talked about this a million times, so I'm not going to go into that again on today's podcast, all right? But that's why. Of course, something that's meant to be great quality picture and video is going to look better than a webcam from over a decade ago. You know, like it's kind of a no-brainer, but I guess some people just don't put 2 and 2 together. So that being said, it's funny because people are like, wow, you look totally different. Yeah, because that is representative of real life. It makes you look real, like in person. You know what I mean? Now, here's the thing. I have absolutely no clue what use YouTube Shorts have. For me, putting out a 30-second clip, I don't even know what could I usefully say in 30 seconds. The only thing I can think of is when I put out my audio-only schedule on Twitter, which is usually around 2 minutes long every day. Instead of doing that, I could do a quick YouTube short at the end of every day and say, hey guys, so just so you know, here's what's coming up tomorrow. We're going to be doing this game on the first stream and this game on the second stream, and I might be talking about this on the podcast. Have a good night. See you in the morning. That's about it. That's about all I can think
you're full of shit.
Right? That would make use of a YouTube short. I guess the other thing would be, here's an example. The other night, Sunday night, I was playing Bassmaster 2022, and I caught my record biggest fish ever. 53 pounds or something like that.
Oh my God.
Right?
Phil.
So maybe what I can do is say, hey guys, I caught the biggest fish ever, and then show it, and then that's it. And then just upload it just like that and say, hey, check out the Bassmaster playthrough later tonight if you want to see more. Something like that. Right?
I
So
beat
that's kind of
Metroid
what I'm
Dread
thinking.
on Dread mode.
Just if there's a
Okay.
little highlight going on. The thing is, how often will a highlight happen in a game stream that I can record it as a YouTube short and it didn't?
All right, let's show how Phil is wrong. Okay, this is the video that I made whenever I beat Metroid Dread. Pretty sure you were there. So let's see where I actually beat him. Let's see. Come on. Yep, there you are.
Yeah, it's rough.
Okay. It's the shittiest quality imaginable. Let's see. Because it didn't take me too long to beat him. It was pretty quick, if I remember right. Since I'm streaming, this may not be the best way.
Just practice. And I don't want to say memorization, but reading him.
Gotta hate my voice. Come on. 7 views. Woo. Such dodge.
Okay, okay, okay. Third form. Third form.
Takes me a little
Okay.
while. God, I hate this internet. I just need a sound button that says, God, I hate this internet. What is this music? I don't like it. So if I do that, I think this is where I beat him. Come on, you can do it.
I think.
Yep, that's it. Clip. Okay. So if I put clip on and go over here.
Holy shit. This is so fucking intense. Holy shit. This is so fucking intense.
Okay. Let's see. Oh wait, it's looping my selection. Yeah, okay. Let's see. I don't think you understand how little money I have. I have 0 money right now until I get another job, which I've been looking. You know how disheartening it is to go to school for 10 years and get... I've probably gotten, since I've started looking past 4 or 5 months, 150, 200 rejections. Not super great. The world is not clamoring for astrophysicists, that's for sure. It was a bad life choice. Oh, I'm $150,000 in student loan debt. That's super fun.
I think that's game. That's game.
Okay,
I
there.
fucking did, not quite, but I beat him. I did it.
Okay, let's do that. Come on. But I think you... Okay, let's say you do this, right? Yeah, no problem. You didn't know. Not your fault. It's actually COVID's fault. When I was teaching in college, enrollment... whenever people started going back from COVID, enrollment was down so much, and I was the newest hire in the physics department, so guess who got the first axe? And, yeah. Now I know the benefit of having tenure. Which I did not have. I was contract. Education, higher education's fucking terrible. Like, it's the worst kind of business.
Holy shit.
Management.
It's so fucking intense.
That's why I stream so long, too. Like, fuck it, I don't know. Maybe something will come out of this.
That's game. That's game. I fucking did it. Not quite, but I beat him. I did it.
Come on. Okay, well, that's still loading. But anyway, if I go to share clip...
Holy shit. This is so fucking intense.
That's just a clip, though, I see. That's not a short.
I think...
Shut up, me. Nobody likes you. Maybe you can't, huh? These people were saying that you could. Look at this. Or is this only on the phone, which you can do that? Because there's a little, like, create button right here. Find a video you've already uploaded to YouTube. Under the video, the create button. Maybe it is only from a phone. But it does look like you can take an existing video and create a short out of it. This feature is now rolling out to Android and iOS users, so it shouldn't be long before you see it in your channel and you can create your own YouTube shorts from uploaded videos. Okay, that's all well and good, but why the fuck is it only on your phone? Huh. That's interesting. I'll have to try that later on, after I get off. Interesting.
Didn't just pass by, it's too late, right? Because think of it that way, like, how could I capture that realistically? I certainly don't want to have my camera pointing at my computer screen, re-recording my own video and say, here's a highlight of what happened today. That would look kind of stupid, don't you think? Doesn't that kind of undermine the whole idea of the YouTube short is to record the video that they should let you rip from anyway? I don't know. I'll have to think about it.
Let's see what the comments say.
I will. I'll have to think about it. Some people are already saying, why not do it? With Jasper? If Jasper's like kind of running around the house doing silly stuff, why not pull out the camera and do a YouTube short of Jasper? I guess I could. You know what I'm curious about is, could I?
You can use non-phone recorded videos for shorts. He doesn't know that. Okay, but you have to do it.
If I'm going to open this up again.
He's a children's entertainer. He should embrace what the youth are into. That's hilarious.
Where is it? Here it is. So if I click on shorts, it fucking talks. It plays a short. I don't want to watch a short. I clicked on it because I want to make one, and it plays someone else's short. What a great piece of shit. Anyway, so how would I actually make the short? So I click on the camera. I wish it wouldn't fucking play someone else's short. That's the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
I don't know how it works.
Okay.
Therefore, it's
Oh,
dumb.
so you can increase the length up to 60 seconds. 15. You can either do a 15-second short or a 60-second short. Those are your two lengths available. So if you got something really quick you want to do the 15. And if you have something longer and more substantive, what's the word? Forget it.
Substantial.
You can do 60. And I guess, okay, so this is selfie cam, but if I click this, okay, so now I can actually record around the room by flipping the camera, by pressing that button. Okay.
God damn
what
it,
is this?
Phil.
Oh, effects. So here's how people are doing all the weird effects and shit. I see. Yeah, look at that.
We all know what short
What kind of effects
Phil
and
needs
things
to
you can put on the
upload.
video. You can
Up
add
in that
sound,
right-hand
which I
corner.
guess would be license-free music.
Yeah, it's basically TikTok. Pretty much it. It's literally TikTok. Which, TikTok is like the big thing. I'm not gonna lie, whenever I get on TikTok, I can waste fucking, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours if I have that amount of time to waste just scrolling through that shit in bed. It's definitely worth it. I know that much. Okay, Phil, you don't understand how to do a short. That's fantastic. Overwatch 2 pay to win? Ew. Hopefully not. Up. Where else was he? DSP unrecorded gets a $50 tip and still begs.
I'll beat a guy on level 1. I streamed myself masturbating. I'll beat a guy life. I'll beat it for thousands of children. I'll beat a guy on level 1. You're still on mission 1. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the late shift, and welcome to my final consecutive stream of the week. It's been a 6-day streaming week this week. And it's been a pretty eventful and exciting
6
one.
days?
I did a good variety of stuff this
8
week,
days a week.
including continuing on and finishing up Destroy All Humans 2. Tonight we're going to finish up Midnight Fight Express. We had some fun with various different special events like the Ninja Turtles Marathon back on Saturday. We had fighting games. We had fishing. We had a good variety of stuff this week, didn't we? We did, indeed.
I did see
I
that
wanna say
Midnight
thank you
Fight
all. It has been a great
Express.
streaming week in general, and I'm welcome
I was
you all here to
debating
my
on
late stream
downloading it.
tonight for something that's going to be very action-packed. This game, Midnight Fight Express, every time I've played it for the last 3 sessions, has been better than the last, adding on more gameplay elements, more combat moves, new enemy types, new stages, awesome music. I mean, last time around, I did a shoot 'em up stage. Then there was a boss fight that had a gimmick with a big mulching vehicle driving you had to dodge and stay ahead of. We fought zombies.
Oh, let
I
me
was
look
like,
at that.
I know, this game
Discord
is
thing.
nuts. Like, you would never expect from a one-man dev team. You would never expect a game this crazily good, and it is insanely good. I really have not a negative to say about it. And from a game being made by one person, can you imagine a game that's like almost flawless at this point? I don't complain yet. I don't. Have there been some cheap parts of the game? Yeah, but that just is because they're trying to ramp up the difficulty. And it's not like the checkpoints are bad, and it's not like the game is unbeatable. It's fair, it's fun, it's super good. I enjoyed all my time playing this game so far, and I'll be honest,
Phil.
tonight is the last 2 hours, the final
Get to
10
the begging,
stages of
come
Midnight
on.
Fight Express. If it stays on the level it's been on the last 3 sessions, this is going to absolutely positively be one of my favorite games of 2022, and it came out of nowhere. I'm like, wow, I can't believe how good it is. Okay? So, I hope you guys will stick around tonight and chill with me and have a good time. Midnight Fight Express, all right? This will be the finale. There's 10 stages left. I'm going to stick around till we beat it. So even if it means I have to stay a few extra minutes, you know, to finish the final stage or 2, I will do it. I want to wrap up the playthrough tonight because we're going to move on to newer stuff later in the week. A couple quick housekeeping things here before we get started because we have some shout-outs
Here
to do
comes the
tonight.
money.
Thank you all so much for your early support.
Here comes the money.
I'm not here tomorrow. I come back on Friday with the premiere of Splatoon 3. We're going to do multiplayer and see what it's all like. Okay, and then on the late stream on Friday, of course, is Friday Night Fights,
Oh, no.
fighting game fun in the Capcom Fighting Collection. We're basically giving the game a last chance because last week half the stream was dead. We couldn't get a single match online. And if it's that dead, then obviously it's on life support and doesn't really need to be keeping played. I don't know. We're going to see what happens this Friday, okay?
Phil, do you play games to have fun?
Number
ever?
2, today I tried out YouTube Shorts for the very first time. Not that there was any reason to do any, but someone had mentioned it in the stream chat earlier today before I had started my first stream. And I was like, what the hell? So I picked up my phone and I literally just filmed myself for about 10 to 15 seconds, slapped it on YouTube, and apparently people like the fact that I tried something new. The video's got over 6,000 views. It's got tons of likes and comments, although the difference with YouTube Shorts and other videos, they're not really like monetizable.
Yeah,
it's not like I
can
get
be.
anything out of that video. You know, maybe some people who normally wouldn't have checked out.
It's
"Oh,
been
Phil did a
working for
YouTube
me
short. Go check it out." And
fairly
they go look
well
and they say,
lately,
okay,
though.
you did a YouTube short, and then they leave. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think I'm going to get anything out of it, but maybe it's a new way for me to deliver content. I'll give you an example. Every night, I actually post up a schedule. It's called the audio-only schedule. And I've been doing this on Twitter for about a year and a half. Instead of doing that, I think I'm going to do something now called the short schedule, where every night I'm going to do a YouTube short that's about 60 seconds long. All it's going to cover is what we're doing tomorrow. And if there's any other quick, important stuff.
Let's see if mine work. Test subscriber. Cool. Opening your permission. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Paying somebody to do it. That's cool. See, I have a couple of alternate ones too. Do those work? I haven't. Nobody's subscribing like when I'm online, so I don't even know. You know, just make sure they work. It's my vaporwave one. And then I guess I could enable those. Let's see. And then I have Kid from Chrono Cross. That's a pretty good mix, I guess. Yeah, they work. I've never seen them work other than when I'm testing them, but apparently they do. And then my original one. That's pretty cool. All right, I like it. I like it.
That needs to be talked about, and that's it. And I think what I'll do is I'll put that right here on the channel, and then I'll post that on Twitter and say, here's the short schedule for the night. Have a good night. So we're going to give it a shot and see what happens. If anything, it'll just bring some more views to the page, which is a good thing, obviously. Any engagement, any new attention on DSP Gaming is good. So.
Are you a person that likes achievements and shit like that? Just curious.
Okay, so if you didn't see my 2 YouTube shorts from earlier today, check them out on the channel. They're here right now. You can see me just literally.
I want to go
standing
try
at
that tonight,
my
though.
webcam, or,
The
my
short
phone
thing
cam,
from my phone.
duh, and then me filming this, which is my Pac-Man lamp, and actually showing you what it really looks like. Because this camera I use right now is an old, outdated piece of junk. It does not take in lighting well. So this lamp looks nothing like this. It actually is cool, solid, blinking colors that you can't see because the camera sucks. So you can actually see what it looks like in this YouTube short I made. So people have already got ideas. They said, hey, why don't you do YouTube shorts?
You never like go after a
why don't you
platinum
do
one or
YouTube
whatever.
Shorts? Wait,
whatever
what?
they're called on
Quandale
Xbox.
says,
Trophies,
stories is
platinum
better for
trophies on
schedule. Stories
PlayStation.
delete after 24 hours, but I don't want it to delete. I don't want
That's
it to
what I'm
delete. I
thinking
want it
of.
to stay there. So let's say, for example, tonight I do the short schedule, right? Okay, great. You want to see that over my day off, don't you? I don't want it gone in a day. I don't want anything to auto delete. Plus, I want credit for those views. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, yeah, those shorts are live. You can give them a look. And I'm thinking tonight I'm going to start with the short schedule, and we'll see how that goes.
He's never fucking chill as he wants to be. It's all like he's reading his stuff so seriously, and it's so off-putting. That might be hard. Yeah, I don't really give a shit about achievements or anything like that. I was just curious. One of my friends does. He like fucking loves to do that. It's like, hey, I got platinum in this game. I'm like, okay. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. I guess I'm supposed to be impressed with something, but
Okay.
I don't know.
All right. Outside of all of that, let's do shout outs. All right. So we start off tonight with a super chat from Real to try to be an ass under the sun you would want, and they're even improving them on the fly.
This isn't as entertaining as I thought it might be. Let's watch Mudahar's behind, what is it? The Lost Backrooms.
Hello guys and gals, me Mudahar, and tonight to look at some creepy stuff indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, a while back I made a video regarding Kane Pixels' Backrooms footage, where I actually looked at one of his very popular videos, the Backrooms found footage 7 months ago. And since then, Kane Pixels, who is a 17-year-old VFX artist by the way, as per they described, they've actually created what is quite possibly one of the most interesting interpretations of the Backrooms. Now, for quick just filling you in on what the lore is. The Backrooms obviously is an original 4chan post all the way from back in 2018, 2019. This nice little piece of liminal space horror, if you're not careful, you can no-clip out of reality in the wrong areas and end up in the Backrooms. Ladies and gentlemen, whether the Backrooms exists or not is not really up for debate. It probably doesn't, but ladies and gentlemen, the world is a vast array of mysteries. Who knows if I stick my hands through this G Fuel tower that I could land up in the Backrooms. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the Backrooms has been sort of interpreted with hundreds of levels, tons of entities, and a lot of it can be purely cringe. For instance, some of my cringiest segments was looking through all this entity list in one of the many Backrooms wikis available. One of these was instantly known as the Facelings, which is a general term for faceless people that roam the back rooms. There's a few photos of them, like this guy, Randy here. I just gave him a random name. Just looking at you. Honestly, I'm feeling pretty claustrophobic looking at this. But then, of course, you got David and Martha, who are sitting here in level 11.5. Honest to God, though, aside from the cringy nature, if I actually started seeing people with smudge faces and filters on their face, in reality, I think I would crap myself, to be honest with you. But of course, let's whittle on back to Kane Pixels. Now, Kane Pixels made an amazing first part, and since then he's made tons of extra videos regarding the back rooms.
I need to look into this.
And one of my personal favorites, The Missing Persons. But of course, he's released the Found Footage #2, which is one that we're going to be looking into because it actually fleshes out the universe of Kane Pixels a little bit more. Obviously, go check out his channel at youtube.com/KanePixels. But of course, I'm going to be taking some choice little snippets out of this to really show you the new advancements in the Kane Pixels Backrooms lore, because it's really pretty good. Now, what I do love the fact about Kane Pixels' recording is he's got a bunch of these like VHS filters, a little bit of blurring, the sort of degradation of 90s like VHS quality brought to.
I want one of those filters. I want to put that filter on my shit as I live stream. I don't even know if that's an actual thing you can do. Because also I would have liked a rain filter on my live streams. Again, don't know if that's possible, but I want that.
Days and a 4:3 aspect ratio, which really makes it much more believable given the fact that a lot of these videos are in fact Blender renders, like CGI work. So when you add all these deformations in quality, it just adds it makes it look a little bit more realistic, if you catch my drift, right? Like it cleans out a lot of the tells, if you will, of 3D effects work. Now the square on the ground is going to be the exact entry point of the back room. So let's see how this works. So for instance, this one tape measure she takes, for instance, puts it right into the actual square where it's actually going to disappear, and it's kind of crazy here. So this tape is now entered the back rooms.
Oh,
now because of her discovering the point of the back rooms, she will eventually get sucked in alongside all of the equipment that she has. And of course, this scene here is very similar to what we saw in #1. And as a quick reminder, no clipping effectively is like in a video game when you get to a point where the collision detection doesn't work and warps you out of the actual map.
Yeah.
Most games will call you back into a location, but in general terms, you'll just be floating through an endless space. Now, this interpretation of the backrooms takes us all the way, of course, in the introduction through these various corridors. What has changed, however, is that the corridors look a little less, I guess you could say, cellular in the sense that it really seems like 10 prefabs. There is a lot of differing locations, more verticality. There's actual furniture around. There's furniture that is so tall and large that no normal human being is going to be sitting there.
That's weird.
Which possibly leads to an idea that there might be a slightly larger than average entity. In fact, this one room alone kind of gives me that idea too. They've got like one sofa in the middle and then this massive room that you can walk.
Did he say... Are you claustrophobic? Are you being serious? You don't like claustrophobic? These weren't these supposed to have like wallpaper or something? I don't know. And he said these were made with Blender? Because hats off to them. I mean, I don't know how hard it is to make this. I've never really used Blender, but yeah. You are, yeah. I kind of am, not necessarily. I can handle it, but I don't know. It's going into stores, like really crowded stores for me, that I really don't like because I like to know what's going on around me. So when I have so many people like in a store, I brain cannot handle that. I don't really care at parties though. Probably because I'm usually, shit-faced drunk, which, helps.
Walk around it. That's got pot lights everywhere, like 20 to 30 foot ceiling. You've got a hole in the ground, and of course this one door that when you look through the keyhole of, as our protagonist has done, you can actually spot through what appears to be another transitionary zone. So of course here is where the levels change, and it doesn't seem like you need a staircase for it. One of them is the habitable zone too. So like the closest image is like this. And I guess you can kind of see similarities. We've seen this in the first found footage episode 2, but this is us like reliving it once more. So it's a transitionary area to other parts of the back rooms. She wasn't able to access it, so she's going around throughout the initial level she landed in.
Holy shit, that Kane Pixels person? He's 17 years old. And a VFX artist making this stuff. Fucking kudos to him. Shit.
One of the interesting things about this clip, though, is when I actually saw like this top ceiling area, right? Where you have this massive open section, but there's a window that has light coming through and some shadows, which kind of does imply that there is an outside to this area. One that you may possibly be able to reach. The next real big point of this is like actually noticing that cars can fly right into the back room. So here's like an actual accident. It really seems like this vehicle was driving out on the road and it actually teleported out of nowhere into the back rooms and completely impacted into this wall. Now what's interesting too is like the car completely totaled. However, the wall here has not suffered any damage. So it really shows me that in this universe, if like you were to like, set a satchel charge or anything to try and escape, this is a nearly indestructible place, all right? And, satchel charges are hard to find anyways in this place. So even if you like created explosive almond water or did anything, there's no way to bust out. So like the whole topic of like breaking down the walls, because some people think it's all just drywall. But listen, if a vehicle cannot do any, a several ton vehicle cannot do anything to this wall, I think the human beings cannot pull anything. Like you're not able to do shit. But of course, whoever was driving this, clearly they are dead. Now, of course, in this last section, our protagonist does in fact come across this overgrown vegetative room where you actually see the entity break out and run.
Internet. It keeps going from green to red to green to red to green to red. Stable now? Stable? No? You're not stable? It's always an adventure every night with you, Internet. Come on. Stabilize your shit. Yeah, physics doesn't work very well there. Okay,
Run
I want to keep
after
going. It
Now let's
looks
get a closer
stable.
look at what this looks like. Oh, there it is.
Okay,
there
it's
it
stable
is.
now.
Is that a good shot that you can get over here?
What?
Well, that's about the... Oh, wait. No, you can see the side of it. You can actually see, like, the little arms floating around. Now, this entity, from the closest that we've ever been able to check, though, appears to be the dullers, if you will. And this is, like, the entity number 6 in the back rooms, like, one of the wikis available. This is the closest thing to a duller. But, of course, you can see that the duller, in this case, has, like, completely, like, fleshed out bodies. This is, like, strings and, like, ribbons chasing you. It looks more like a DNA strand gone wrong. Now, of course... this is the best we're going to get out of it. And one of the things I can appreciate about Kane Pixels is that he will introduce these entities, but because they're obviously like renderings, he's not going to show them to the best of the ability. So it just adds to more illusion. Like if you can't get a good glimpse of it and you're running away from it, that just adds to the fear. I wish like actual real found footage productions did this, all right? Like, it's surprising that a 17-year-old has made better found footage movies than almost anybody has ever produced in, like, the history of, like, filmmaking.
He's not wrong. This guy is crazy. I've only known about him for, like, 5 minutes, and I'm just looking at thumbnails on his YouTube channel, and fuck, man. He's got a bright future ahead of him.
Now, of course,
Already
here we are in the
this?
pool rooms, the final location. You can see by the stillness of the water, at least I can kind of see the sort of CG work. But of course, going up to this ladder over here, this is the end of the pool rooms, and shortly after this, the story does end. So let's go back and recap. Now, of course, ladies and gentlemen, these are some choice snippets I wanted to take out of it. I really wanted you to sort of like get through. It is highly recommended you jump in and watch all of Kane Pixels' work throughout here because the pacing, the tone, and just the general exploration is a vibe to experience all on your own. Seriously, turn the lights down, get the volume up, and enjoy it for yourself. But of course, to compare it to the Backrooms lore as well, too, I like Kane's approach of kind of like being hesitant. Like he's holding his hand for sure. I will say the ending for this and the transportation and all of this, like teleporting, it seems, or like, you know, just all you can say, it's a little bit too much because I think like a lot of the horror when it comes to the Backrooms is literally because of just how like it's the perfect example of less is more.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that I've come to appreciate with anything. Like one of the reasons why I can't get into the crazy amounts of various levels that you can find in like all of these Backrooms pieces.
They're neat. I used to think they were the dumbest shit ever, but I still kind of kept watching them because I know a bunch of creepypastas for like video game stuff. Like, oh, I got this haunted video game thing. It's interesting, but this backroom stuff is very, very cool. It's almost like this is the like a mythology of the internet, if that even makes sense. Like people are coming together because first we had what was the big one, like Slender Man, you know, that was a big thing, but this kind of takes it to the next level. I really like this shit. I don't know why. It's interesting to me.
Is because the more you have, the more lore you provide something, the less mysterious it ends up becoming. So it's one of the things where I like his series and a lot of other people's series as well.
And this backroom stuff, just the very nature of how it's set up, anyone could add to it because it's just like an infinite, you know, space of creepy shit. So yeah, I don't know. It's not just like one thing. Like the Slender Man always done that. Like this is an infinite playground for everybody to add on to. I think it's really neat. It's very ingenious.
As well too. Like it's not just him doing it. There's also a channel known as Async Research that is making their own backroom series heavily inspired by Kane Pixels as well too. So they've got their own things where they even cover upon like different areas of the backrooms, different levels, and of course they've got their own encounters and their own systems. It's one thing to look for sure, especially if you want more backrooms content. But again, these are just various channels putting their own interpretation on the most well-known level of the backrooms. Now, a lot of this stuff is made through, you know, backroom map generator files that you can find all around GitHub. Like one of the projects is made by Albert DeYoung YT, who's actually made one of their own Blender scripts to create backrooms maps. Okay. So you create them in Blender, you know, modify and basically create a sort of script where you make a camera follow through in Unity, I believe, or in Blender, if you will, and you just add shake to it. You then edit in post-process effects to make it look like VHS footage to give it more believability, and that's how people are making found footage backrooms, just pieces. You can see a lot of this stuff all over TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, even Shorts. People are uploading this like crazy, and it definitely does get a lot of traction because, hey, it is really good found footage stuff. I think, honestly, the less is more mentality and the fact that some people are making some pretty good pieces out of this just adds to, like, you know, a level of horror that I'm glad to see come back. Look, I love found footage movies. I really do.
I do too.
And to see Kane Pixels and various people working on this and utilizing, you know, something as, I guess you could say, as vague as the Backrooms has led to probably one of the best combinations I've seen on the internet.
I love Cloverfield. Cloverfield's one of my fucking favorite movies ever. It's a great movie. And the other one, the Cloverfield Lane, 10 Cloverfield Lane, that one's really good as well. And then the one where they're in space, which was another movie. Like, and then they retrofitted that movie to be part of Cloverfield universe. That one's is fine. But the original Cloverfield, I really fucking liked.
Internet. And as always, it brings me back to my favorite pieces of liminal spaces all over on the internet. You know, beyond just Kane Pixel's work, you can find tons of people posting their real-life examples of liminal spaces. One of the simpler ones is this in a hospital. Hospitals, by the way, are the best liminal spaces anybody can find. This is like one Chicago office space somebody posted, which itself is an absolute liminal. Like this, I can absolutely believe walking around here, something will just fly out and come at me. I could literally imagine a crow burst through the window and chase after me. It's absolutely spooky shit. One of them is this one. This is like actually my favorite one. This actually inspires some like straight up fear. Like this is like on a quest to find a patient's medical record. So they built a new location of the hospital and like these are some photos from it. So like this itself, the fact that you're all alone here and the lights are all on is one of the things that absolutely makes me fearful. Like usually a place that only has like one person, the lights should not be on. But here it's completely lit up. And of course, almost completely empty. Like they're walking around this area. Like look at it, okay? Like even if like some of the lights are on, it's so clean. So like this looks like NVIDIA RTX footage. Like, you know, like they're showing off their ray tracing.
Now I know what he's talking about because being an astronomer, whenever I was teaching in college, I always got out at like midnight. You know, like I taught at night because astronomy, that's when and how you do stuff. So I very often would be like the only person in the campus other than, I don't know, maybe like a security guard or cop or something. So walking down hallways and shit like this is very, very, hits close to home.
Technology. This is what it literally feels like. It's downright spooky. I almost feel like this is CGI and not even a real hospital. And of course, here's another piece. You've got like the entire waiting room, super clean. You could almost smell that, like, you know, septic-y smell that you find in like hospitals from time to time. Now, this footage number 2 is pretty decent from my perspective, like from what I've been looking into it and from the lore that I've been following. And, you know, the more and more lore that gets added to it, the hesitant I can somewhat see becoming. Because for me, a lot of this stuff is less is more. Like that's sort of the phrase for today. But looking into it, I'm glad that Kane Pixels expanded upon like what is the backrooms in this, like actually showcased how the transitions work nearly instantaneously. And it is interesting to see just the level of things that are suddenly like sent in, whether it be full on vehicles, people from different parts of the world, and you know, looking at the furniture and just generally seeing much more design work going on in level 0. I know the first time we just walked around empty corridors, but here there was much more focuses on like grand locations, places with levels completely missing, you know, more general like decay, if you will, around the back rooms. That is something I absolutely love to see in this entire story. And you know, seeing the actual like critter at the end, the actual entity, and not getting a good glimpse of it was an absolute terrific, and I mean brilliant choice in this. I think in the first one, I like frame by framed it, which I was pointing out all the fallacies. Here, there wasn't anything to point out, but what was there was the entire footage, you know, was that entire found footage horror. As somebody that's a fan of it, I'm glad to see it come back in such an amazing style.
It's really cool.
And I would love if you could all go up and check out Kane Pixels' amazing series, for yourselves. Completely endorsed. I absolutely love this creator, and I absolutely love what this person has done with the back rooms. And honestly, I'll be glad to see what this person does with other pieces of media, or their own special built-in piece of media themselves too, their own lore, if you will.
Hell yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is me, Mutahar, and if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike if you dislike it.
I do
am
like it.
out.
Hold on, I'll be right back. I'm gonna have to go pull an RTU. Nature called. Let me I'm not stopping the stream, but I'll be back in a minute. Okay. Let's see, what else do we got? What is this? Oh, I've been hearing about that Brendan Fraser thing. Yeah, oh, you want me to play it? What is it? That's 32 minutes long? Holy shit. Probably won't listen to all of it. I wish I were into it as much as you to appreciate it. This one may get me. I'll put one. Watch this. YouTube problems are getting worse and worse.
Sup, you beautiful bastards. Welcome back to the Philip DeFranco Show. Buckle up. Make sure you're subscribed because I'm splitting $10,000 across 10 lucky subscribed beautiful bastards this month. And let's just jump into it. Imagine your child gets kidnapped. As a parent, there are few things that are more horrifying than that prospect. And then imagine you get a video of your child like this mother in Spain just recently did. I can't show you the video because YouTube will suppress it. But in the video, it shows this woman, her 30-year-old daughter. She has a blindfold on. She's crying. She has a knife to her throat. And in the video, she's saying, "Mom, they took me. I don't know why because I've done nothing." She says she's been beaten. She's been deprived of food. It's spine chilling. With her ultimately saying her captors won't let her go until her mother pays around $50,000. And please, please don't tell the police or they're going to kill her. But we're talking about it on the Philip DeFranco Show, which means with an 85% likelihood, this is fake. It turned out to be fake. According to the authorities, the woman in the video staged the whole thing to extort cash out of her own mother with 4 accomplices, fake blood, and an Oscar-worthy performance. In fact, it was such a good performance, the mother actually falls for it and withdraws the $50,000 to pay the ransom. And it turns out reportedly she had already made 3 prior payments totaling $45,000 after receiving menacing letters threatening her daughter's life. But then when the bank sees this $50,000 transfer, they alert the authorities who begin investigating and figure out what's going on within 24 hours. Quickly tracking down the daughter and her co-conspirators at a slot machine casino, enjoying that sweet, sweet extortion money. With them now having all been arrested and facing charges that could land them in prison for several years. So because the main point of this story is don't trust your children, those little psychopaths. I'm kidding. I don't think there's actually a lesson to be learned here except
really
this
loud.
one daughter is a crazy, horrible person. Also, I can't even imagine what this poor mother's going through. One of my sons lied to me about eating a donut and literally no one else could have eaten it, and that fucked me up for a week. I was like, a 2-tray? Like, it was an Entenmann's chocolate donut, so in his position, I probably would have done the same thing, but still, let's fuck with YouTube. That seems to be the general reaction from a lot of very big creators right now who are essentially revolting against the platform. I kind of love the fucking with YouTube part because there's only so much you can do with rage before you're like, does it just come off like I'm whining, but these are serious issues, but I hate even having to do this? You post on this platform long enough, you're gonna feel like that. And as far as the specifics of what the hell I'm talking about right now, it starts with Corey Kenshin. Like we talked about, he put out a video a couple of weeks ago accusing YouTube's age-related policy system of either being racist, playing favorites, or both. Right? Notably, it not being just like about the automated system or like the first step, but the fact that Corey had to go through this big back and forth with YouTube, the age restriction on his video gets lifted, then it's put back in place again. Other YouTubers start getting hit. YouTube's actions and messaging seem disjointed all over the place, fucking stupid and messy. But the response from YouTubers has been anything but, with tons of major creators in the days following putting out their own videos.
All of this effort to try and get more transparency or answers from YouTube always seems to be in vain. They just don't seem to have that capability. They just absolutely outright despise communication, it feels like. And that sucks because, you know, that's the Chemical X to the Powerpuff Girls formula here. If they could just explain things, their reputation would be doing a 180.
But also, in addition to critiques, you had others saying, hey, let's see how far we can push YouTube. And so we saw creators like Markiplier and Jacksepticeye doing try not to get age-restricted challenges, where they end up playing extremely explicit games featuring sexual content, nudity, or just very suggestive-looking images. With the caveat being, though, that they still blurred all the actual explicit parts out. Markiplier describing one video as a perfectly family-friendly video about a fun game where I am an orc who gives massages, and adding there's no reason that this video should be age restricted whatsoever. And while it hasn't been confirmed whether this was actually
I don't
connected,
know
the
what
same
that
day,
game
YouTube
is.
ended up cutting Mark's segment from a live gaming event. Though YouTube did end up keeping in a small 1-minute section of Mark, maybe to justify the fact that they used him in the thumbnail for that video. But the conversation that Corey Kenshin stoked around YouTube and its inconsistent practices with age restricting and determining whether a video is safe to run ads against doesn't end there. We've now seen a YouTuber by the name of Patrick CC pointing out how YouTube has this tendency to initially fully monetize videos, but then weeks or months later, it inexplicably limits ads or just removes them altogether.
My Bam Margera video got blocked after 1 million views, like deleted from the platform. I censored a couple words and photos that I thought maybe were the problem. I re-uploaded it, told you guys, and now it is my biggest video that I've ever produced, ever in my career. Then they randomly deleted the comments off my Zach and Cody video after I had 2 million views. Then my Instagram clout era video got age restricted after 1 million views. If you look at this, the video is doing about 20,000 views per day. Then just gets sent to the gulag.
With Patrick making around $100 a day from that video until it was age restricted, where he then only got about $1 a day from it. And even now, he says he still doesn't know why it was age restricted. There's also a whole host of other problems he lists off. Things like you don't know what YouTube is ever going to deem inappropriate. Also, you can have a video that's age restricted, but then someone reacts to it and it's completely fully monetized. But his main point boils down to this.
This Steve-O video that I just uploaded, I had to do multiple tests to get it monetized. And eventually, I did. There are tons of things that are blurred out in this video, and to me, it's so annoying and ruins the video, but despite that, everything is going great. The views are doing well, it's performing well.
This is why Rich wanted to quit.
Really liking it. Then I got an email at
exactly
4 a.m.
right why Rich wanted to quit.
Was age restricted. So I checked my YouTube studio, and it still says that the video is fully monetized. Everything looks perfectly normal. It doesn't require you to sign in to watch, and it doesn't have the age restriction notice on the bottom. So then I decided to go and check the views and check it out. It's doing about 1,000, 2,000 views per hour, and then boom, straight to the gulag. And they're definitely hiding it from the algorithm because no video just drops 80% viewership ever. But they're not enforcing the age restriction on the viewers.
So like we see with a lot of creators, Patrick says he's probably going to end up shifting his channel away from more controversial topics, right? Noting that he has a family and multiple employees to take care of. And while I agree with the sentiment of pretty much every YouTuber that we've talked about here, I very much relate to what Patrick is saying. It's part of the reason why we focus so much on in-show sponsors rather than hoping that YouTube actually like grants all our monetization. But then as Patrick also talks about, there's the worry about suppression. The seemingly random but massive drop in viewership even though your video is trending a certain way. But as far as YouTube's going to do anything about this, try to get better, or actually be better, I don't know. Because let's be honest, most of us are just going to continue posting on this platform. Granted, it can annoy creators into looking to other platforms, and I almost want to thank YouTube for that, because a number of YouTube's decisions make me feel like this can't be my only home. It's made me reach out and
I have streamed on
like
Odyssey,
Snap, as well as TikTok, but we'll see. I hope
quite
YouTube can do better.
Not
but,
a lot,
not be
but
holding my breath. The end of the market
a little bit. I've gotten
panic from many retail investors, and volatile markets have actually led to
pretty
improved
good
confidence
following,
for many, with
or at
44%
least
of investors saying they have
viewers,
greater
maybe
confidence in
not
their investing
necessarily
skills today
following,
versus
but
6 months ago. And that's where the sponsor of today's show comes in, public.com/DeFranco. Public is an investing platform helping people be better investors in the public markets. And with Public, I get tools and information I want through a robust community feed. Chatting with other members and notable investors is super valuable. Stock ownership also unlocks new content and
about the YouTube shit. Yeah. What else do we have? Gotta be some more shit in here. So Rich. God damn, Rich streamed 4 hours? Holy shit. Almost as long as me or you. The back rooms, I know that. Let's see, DSP being left alone.
Level 1. I streamed myself masturbating. I'll beat a guy fucking life. I'll beat it for thousands of children. I'll beat a guy on level 1. You're still on mission 1. Michael did another super chat and he says, I would pay good money to see you box Rich. That's great. So keep your money. I'm not boxing Rich. I'm not boxing anyone.
Rich.
I'm not going to fight other YouTubers for, you know, stupidity reasons to get fucking bullshit.
Okay, I'll look at it.
For nonsense. I'm a content creator who likes what he does for a living, and that's what I want to do. I'm not doing stuff for money. So no, I'm not doing that. Okay.
He's not doing stuff for money.
All right, guys.
What the fuck?
We still got some time. So if you guys would like to do a little bit of Q&A today, I'm totally open to that. All right. If you want to tag me in the chat for Q&A, all right, let's do it. Let's do it. Dacky says you can do YouTube shorts to gaming press conferences and your good dinners too. Huh? Dab hands, no, I don't want to slap anyone. I'm a non-violent person. I don't wish anyone harm. I don't wish anyone, like people say, do you hate anyone? No, I don't hate anyone. I just want to be left alone to do my own stuff here on my streams and have a nice business and a nice
That's not how the internet works.
viewers and a nice life. I don't want to be bothered by these people outside of here who want to fuck with that, you know. But that's all I care about. I don't wish harm on anyone. I don't want to fight anyone. I'm not, in general, I'm not an angry person anymore like I used to be. I used to be a very angry person. I just don't feel that way anymore. I'm actually happy with my life.
He seems like it.
Jeff
Very happy.
Bezos to me $4.20, and I was talking about fighting a content creator. All right, I already said no, and you apparently you don't want to get the picture. So thanks, Jeff, for the tip, and thanks for the money. And that's all I'm going to say. Congratulations. You wasted your time, but thanks for the tip. Okay.
God.
I'll beat a guy on...
Oh my gosh. What is it? DBZ Anto?
Beat a guy.
I know DBZ Abridged, they kept getting hit and they had to stop it, which is a fucking shame because I love DBZ Abridged. Let's see. I'm done. Goodbye, YouTube. 9 days ago. Quitting YouTube.
Welcome to my...
These aren't very long.
Hey everyone, thought I'd give you a short update video about the issues with my channel and what's happening so far. If you don't have time to watch the video, I have a new pinned tweet. You can read an update of what's happening so far. In short, I still need your help. Please could you like, retweet or co-tweet and comment at Team YouTube and use the hashtag HelpDBZianto on the pinned tweet. I'll have a link in the video description or go to my Twitter at DBZianto. If you ever like my videos and supported my channel, that is the best way to help me as of now. Thanks to everyone so far who has showed support with the current situation with my channel. I truly appreciate all the likes, retweets and comments. If you don't know what's happening with my channel, please watch the previous video I made on my channel for full
Yeah, let's watch that one, I guess. What's he doing?
Hey everyone, I need your help. Please watch the video in full for context or read my pinned tweets. I've got bad news. My YouTube channel has been demonetized for over 2 months out of nowhere and it seems unfair. I tried to deal with this situation in private but can't seem to get it resolved with YouTube. So reaching out on Twitter in public seems to be the only option I have left. If you want to help me, I'll have a link of my pinned tweets in the video description or go to my Twitter account at DBZianto. If you ever liked watching my videos that I made over the last 15 years and support my channel, please could you like, retweet or quote tweet the pinned post with positive comments to express support and at Team YouTube with hashtag HelpDBZianto. As of now, the situation feels hopeless. I got little to no support from YouTube with a lot of automated copy and paste responses from me. I've had this YouTube channel since 2006. I spent over 15 years
Shit.
building my channel,
It's been
uploading
here a
videos
while.
and gaining over 700,000 subscribers. All the video games as of recent years and new info have been provided by the publishers to cover videos on my channel. I've basically been punished and disregarded as a dedicated content creator on the platform for all this time, over 15 years as a hobby first and foremost. No consideration for long-time creators like myself. I follow the rules,
Gosh.
currently have no strikes or claims on my channel and in good standing. Has all been for nothing. As suggested by them, I deleted and removed videos, which I did over 1,000 videos all said and done in the past 2 months, but in the last month
Did I
deleted
see it? No,
around
I missed it.
500 videos, as you can see, which has removed over 200 million views.
Hold on.
No consideration for long-time creators.
Oh, the red arrow. Yeah, I got you.
Remove videos, which I did over 1,000 videos all said and done in the past 2 months, but in the last month I've deleted around 500 videos, as you can see, which has removed over 200 million views off my channel.
Holy
I've
shit.
submitted 2 video appeals when submitted the first video appeal of which was only watched by the reviewer for an average of 24 seconds out of 4 minutes 13 seconds, and the second video appeal got completely declined without them even watching it, so 0 views and 0 watch time.
That's
I don't
so
want to
fucked
take
up.
up too much of your time, but for those who want to know what's happened behind the scenes in the last 2 months, June 10th is when I got demonetized by email out of nowhere. I had an option to send in a video appeal, which I did, but that got rejected after the reviewer only watched an average of 24 seconds out of 4 minutes 13 seconds of my appeal video. The video appeal feedback
What the
from the reviewer
fuck?
was that the appeal didn't demonstrate enough value-add editing, which was untrue. If they watched the whole video, it shows my creative process step by step, so I had to wait 30 days until I could reapply. During this time, I did as suggested by YouTube support to edit and delete videos from my channel. As mentioned
That's
above,
a
I deleted
lot.
videos and made changes to my channel.
That's
I
a
reapplied again,
ton.
but got rejected. When I made and submitted a second appeal video, which was 4 minutes 58 seconds, but this time it got 0 views and 0 watch time and got rejected. For feedback, the second appeal from the reviewer was exactly the same as the first appeal. Feedback from the reviewer was that the appeal didn't demonstrate enough value add editing. I went even more in depth, step by step,
Jesus
showed
Christ.
screen recordings of all the programs I use and demonstrate how I edit and explained how I create my videos. So how can the reviewer
made a
give me
video
the
like that one
exact
time.
same feedback for the appeal video without watching it? Once that got rejected, the second video appeal, I had to wait another 30 days to reapply and make changes and delete videos. I removed around 500 videos from my channel, which has removed 200 million views from my channel. I reapplied again last Saturday, 13th of August, and it got rejected again on Monday the 15th. I have an option to submit a third video appeal, but that's pointless considering they disregarded my second appeal video and didn't watch it at all. And my first appeal video, they only watched the first 24 seconds out of 4 minutes 13 seconds.
That's
Honestly,
gotta be
don't know what to do at this point.
infuriating.
Do I delete all the remaining 1,000 or so videos that's left
God.
on my channel, but still probably won't get it back even if I did? Let me know your thoughts or any suggestions to what I should do in the comments below, and thanks for the continued support. Let's hope I can finally fix this. As a reminder,
I don't know. I mean, I guess you're not wrong. I can't. I don't know. I don't know. Here, let's watch his other video though.
welcome to my YouTube channel.
I have no
Context.
clue.
Here's a quick breakdown of what's happened so far since that video. It's been over 10 days of me going back and forth tweeting at Team YouTube on Twitter, trying to get them to read my detailed threads with screenshots. The conclusion of that back and forth is that I need to submit a video appeal from Team YouTube. Following up, since you still have an option to appeal on your YouTube studio, it's best to submit a video appeal so our team can review it further. The issue with this is, if you wasn't aware, is that my previous video appeal got 0 views that I made clear with Team YouTube, which was completely ignored. So with no other options, I submitted an appeal
Unreal.
video last night. In about 14 hours it got rejected without anyone viewing it once again. I'm certain that the video appeal was automatically rejected because my last appeal video I submitted
is
got 0
unreal.
views also, and it got rejected in the same time of 14 hours. Why did Team YouTube tell me to submit a video appeal that wasn't going to be viewed by a human reviewer for the 3rd time? The system is clearly broken. No reviewer watched the video, I'm certain, as my first appeal
This
video
kind of
2
shit
months
makes me
ago
want to
got
go
viewed
to
in only
Odyssey
24 seconds of 4 minutes
before I
13
even
seconds.
like get a
So not
bunch
in
of shit
full.
on here.
I'm honestly exhausted from the situation after 15 years on the platform, building my channel since 2006 on YouTube. It feels like it was for nothing, and this is how I'm treated.
It's
I can't
so
even get a
fucked
human
up.
to review and watch my appeal video, which explains step by step exactly how I make my videos, all the programs I use, and so on. They keep giving me the same copy and paste feedback. Appeal didn't demonstrate enough value add editing, but the last 2 appeal videos I submitted addresses this, but they won't even view it. Team YouTube told me we check on every appeal very carefully.
Bullshit. I still don't know why I got that strike. I mean, I talk about it and beating a fucking dead horse, but me peddling, like, what the fuck even was it?
If
Yeah,
you've
hold on.
already sent yours, our review team will look over it and email you once the process is complete. The situation's exactly the same as when videos get demonetized and you submit an appeal, but the appeal gets rejected after 2 minutes, saying a
Yeah.
human reviewer has checked the video and the decision is staying the same, but the video is 20 minutes long. It's not possible.
Yes.
It's automated. Exactly how
Oh my gosh, yeah. That's like caught with their hand in the cookie jar. If his video's 20 minutes, like, oh, they watched it 2 minutes and rejected it. That's so fucked up. Yeah, what was mine for? I know you probably can't even read that because fucking resolution. Spam, deceptive practices, and scams. I've never fucking scammed anyone in my life. I think that's abhorrent, or I abhor it. God, YouTube.
how the video appeal process
Yeah.
is for getting
Yeah.
your channel remonetized. It's very clear. It's a broken system.
And I
Hope
can't
that
even
makes
watch
sense.
it
Anyway,
anymore.
I don't know what else to say or do. Please spread the word on my Twitter pinned tweet and hope I get some good news so I can go back to making videos for you again. Once again, thanks to everyone for the support and sticking with me. It really does mean a lot. Please keep checking my Twitter throughout the next few days as I'll need your support on my tweets with Team YouTube. Thanks again.
One of the bad things about being a channel focused on something is that if that thing goes away, or if somebody starts getting real draconian with their laws, like copyright, like apparently I guess DBZ is in Funimation, because that's again what happened with DBZ Abridged. Your channel is based on that thing, so if that thing gets taken away from you, it's going to be incredibly difficult to pivot yourself and go to something else. Not impossible, but goddamn, you're going to be fighting uphill on that one, which is why I like, and you too, it looks like, are a variety kind of channel. So there's not one thing that I focus on. Well, other than, Metroid, it's my latest thing. But I mean, I'm not pigeonholed. My channel isn't called like the Metroid channel or something,
How can I smile?
Where was the other dude? There was another guy
My everything.
that got all of his videos struck down, and he was a Dragon Ball guy. I don't know if he was pure Dragon Ball or anime in general, but he was real big. Do you know what I'm talking about? Surely you do. You know more about that. I'm assuming you know more about that side of YouTube anime creators and stuff. Oh yeah. This though, this too.
Hello everyone.
This is so much fucking bullshit.
I'm Lanny.
And if you've seen the title of this video, you probably know what this is all about, so I won't beat around the bush.
God.
Dragon Ball Z Abridged is over.
As of episode 60, we really just wanted to take some time to talk about the reasoning behind us choosing to end it here. and what it has meant to us, not only as individuals, but as a larger group as a whole, and furthermore, what Team 4-Star is going to be without DBZA.
I think we'd be remiss not to acknowledge what this show has meant to us since its very beginning. It has helped make us.
Hope they don't make me look like an asshole. I'm pretty sure this came from some kind of YouTube fuck up, but now I'm kind of second guessing myself. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, from this stuff, is Funimation, and they're not, I would say the anime industry is obviously from Japan, but Funimation is like 45 minutes away from me, their headquarters. It's like right down the road, basically, in Dallas, or between Dallas, Fort Worth, and Irving. No, they're in Grapevine, I believe. Anyway, those are the people that are getting real draconian with all this stuff. And, I mean, they're in... Signs a bug flying in front of me. They are, they're from Texas. So if it was from the higher ups in Japan coming down, I could understand it. Not that I agree with it at all, but Japan has those like really fucking draconian laws, or they like to hold their IP very close. Nintendo, best example. But anyway, I mean, these people got taken down from Funimation, who's here in Texas.
What we are today, but it has also helped make us who we are.
Yeah.
As the director of the project, I have had to improve in every regard, as its editor, as a writer, as a voice actor, as a boss, and even as an employee. Dragon Ball Z Abridged has helped shape my life, and I owe so much, not only to it, but to all of you
who are
watching.
Over the course of DBZA's runtime, it changed drastically. A lot of that is due to the fact that, like Kaiser said, as we went on, we all adjusted, became better writers, actors, directors, editors.
Right, as you do.
More than that, as we went through with Season 3, we started to notice more and more what it was becoming. First of all, it might be a bit of a biased opinion. I think it was some of our best work, but as we came closer and closer to the finale,
second one today,
we realized what it was, and
see some ants. Like, that's the second ant I've seen crawling on my wall. I bet they're looking for water coming in here and shit. And it's fire ants. Fuck fire ants. Yeah. I think it's... I don't... Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. For whatever reason, I don't think... I don't feel as if Disney is that bad about them, but I could be wrong. I probably am wrong. But, like, people will... Well... I don't know enough about it to say anything worthwhile.
It was a love letter to a property, a show that had meant so much to us growing up. It was our tribute to Dragon Ball. I mean, we even wrote episode 60 as an ending. Goku's little monologue at the end there, it's kind of a testament to that. But it wasn't until after that we started to notice something kind of scary for us.
They own a bunch of shit, don't they?
Something that I feel like any creative who's worked on a project for a long time can relate to. And we didn't truly realize what it was not until much after we decided to put in that season 4 teaser at the end.
Burnout is terrifying as a creative. It makes you...
Maybe they did get burnout.
You start to hate the things that you loved, and it just steals the passion from that passion project and replaces it with frustration and spite and a lack of creative fulfillment.
And nothing made this more clear than when we were trying to tackle BoJack.
That was hell, to be honest.
It was a mess. It was an absolute mess, but God, we spent months of weekly scripting sessions just trying to get something to work. Every time we thought we'd have something, it just didn't. Nothing wanted to jive with us on that one.
No. The struggles with BoJack really just kind of
Who is
emphasized
BoJack?
a lot of the problems that we were overall having as
From
creators.
DBZ, not BoJack Horseman.
And
Like one of my
after
favorite
we
shows
wanted
of all
to just
time.
can that film entirely, it finally dawned on us that it wasn't the main culprit.
We'd been working on DBZA at that point for over 11 years, week to week, month to month.
I'm not familiar with
episode
this
to episode, the same
BoJack.
process over and over. And we were really starting to feel it. We'd felt it before.
Oh, he was from a movie. Funny enough, I have every DBZ movie. I think I've only ever watched the one with Cooler and what's the other one? Fuck. Cooler and just came out. They just redid it like 3 years ago. Fuck. The what the fuck? Who the fuck am I trying to think of? The super big, powerful Saiyan. What the fuck? Why can I not think of him? Saiyan, yeah. God, what is it? Broly! It's fucking Broly. Why didn't I remember that? God damn it.
But never more than then.
Episode 60
Those
felt
are the
like
only
an
two I've
ending
watched.
to me. I've said that many times. It felt like my
Yeah,
ending.
Broly.
And that was, in my heart of hearts, the truth. And I knew that anything after it was going to feel like an epilogue, and who doesn't deserve to be treated like an epilogue? We started creating the shorts as a way to bridge between Cell and Boo.
Yeah.
And when September into October rolled around and we had canceled BoJack, we had started to think, wait a second, hold on. Now, we may not want to continue doing it the same way, but what if we use, say, the animation that we were using for the shorts to give people the Boo Saga?
That would allow us to be a lot
Okay.
more flexible and creative with the writing, the jokes, the characters, the parts of the story we might not necessarily.
Wrapped up the most important beats of the story. We wrapped up most of the character arcs. I say most because poor BoJack.
He blew up with Cell. He blew up. The plant blew up. Cell is stronger than fuck it. He's gone.
Okay, never mind.
gone.
I guess I was mixing two things. They just fucking got burnt out, which is fair enough. I mean, they were pumping all of that shit out for like 4 years or more. Way more than 4 years, I think. Let's sub to them. I think I was on the other channel. No, but the other guy, the other YouTuber, fuck, what was his name? He's like a really, really big YouTuber, and they struck almost his whole channel down. I think he's still up, or they restricted his whole channel, I should say. Geekdom 101. Why am I not subscribed to him? I like his shit. Forgot. It's gonna bug the fuck out of me. What is that guy's name? Dragon Ball YouTubers. Oh, it was good. It was good. I don't really hate any music, just, and it's really rare if something clicks with me. It's got to be like incredibly unique. So it's good. It's good, but it didn't like really click with me. You know what I'm saying? That's something I would have on the something I would have on in the background, because I do like the jazzy kind of stuff for sure. Let's watch this guy.
Hello and welcome to Top X, where we count down the most powered up videos that YouTube has to offer. Today we're throwing our hands up in the air and giving our energy to the top 10 Dragon Ball YouTubers.
When is Dragon Ball Super coming
For this
back?
list, we've put together a variety of Dragon Ball channels that cover Akira Toriyama's iconic series.
I, Prince Vegeta, have become
Super Saiyan blah 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 blah, I get it. Then you slayed the Jabberwocky and went on to save Narnia.
From reviews to analysis and entertainment, these are the YouTubers who entered the hyperbolic time chamber to become the ultimate Z Warriors.
You're gonna pay for all the people you've hurt.
Number 10,
Holy shit, I
Expert
didn't know that
Games.
was
Characters in Dragon Ball Z
a
that
thing.
push themselves to the edge of their limits and beyond have changed the lives of people all around the world. So a massive shout out to all the Dragon Ball Z fans who can relate to this and follow in the footsteps of Goku
Dragon
to
Ball
become
Nation?
the best.
What kind of Dragon Ball Z fan are you? According to Expert Games, all of us fit into 7 different categories. And by the way, Watch Mojo is composed of real-life Super Saiyans.
The real-life Super Saiyan believes that if they try
I do
hard
not
enough and they
remember what
work
that
hard
guy's
enough,
name
they can
is.
achieve the
He's
same
not
kind
on
of
here.
feats as Goku or Vegeta.
This channel is the best at analyzing things, like whether or not Goku is going to have a new ultimate form again, or how strong Mr. Satan is. Wait, he's strong?
Hercule is shown pulling 4 very large buses on his back.
Well, I suppose there's strength involved in being knocked down a mountain.
Mr. Satan.
finish!
Oh,
When
I
you're done
knew
with the
somebody
theories,
in
you can check out
college.
interesting list videos that go into
I knew somebody in college. He did the most fucking spot on Mr. Satan voice. And we were all like high and shit. And then we went to McDonald's, which was like right next to us. And he ordered in Mr. Satan's voice. Oh my god, I don't think I've ever laughed that hard in my life.
to plot holes, best moments, and as we said, the fandom itself.
I never get emotional, but there have been 2 moments in Dragon Ball where I have had tears in my eyes. I wasn't crying, but there were tears, and they were there.
Shut up, I'm not crying, you
Laughingstock
are.
Media.
Hello, my name is Harold van Huge Muscles, but my enemies call me the Angry Austrian.
Okay, that's not who I'm thinking of. Well, fuck. Wait, I think this is the guy. Totally not Mark. That's the guy. I'm subbed to him as well. Like, some crazy shit went down with him not terribly long ago. So he's not just a Dragon Ball guy, he's just a general anime person. I want to see what happened. Yeah, One Piece. Oh my god, is he doing a review of every One Piece episode? Surely not. That would drive a person insane. Shit, I don't know. Maybe it was kind of a long time ago. It's definitely less than 4 years. Maybe he deleted it. I have no idea. I don't keep up with One Piece. My brother-in-law does, but I've actually never seen an episode. So if it was a specific One Piece channel, I would know about it. Maybe a general, like, anime channel, maybe. But even then, I'm not like super in the weeds with anime and their channels and stuff. Do you have a... If you got a link, I'll watch it. Because all that shit's really interesting. Let's see. Hold on. YouTube. Incompetent? Curious. Totally incompetent. YouTube issue gets worse. Oh, we put out a new video? Okay, let's see what Jacksepticeye has. I don't really follow Jacksepticeye. I respect him, but I don't know, he doesn't put out content that I necessarily enjoy.
I wanted to make another video on this topic because
I like him as a person,
some
though.
things have changed in the background since the last time.
Ooh, shit, sorry.
And I've met with my YouTube rep in the meantime to kind of talk about some of the issues that I brought up in my video and to talk in general about feedback for YouTube and various other things that have been going on because the whole internet seems to have been rallying against YouTube on their own platform in the last week because of...
Talk about the fucking irony, though. And I don't blame the people because that's where people are, YouTube, but using YouTube to criticize YouTube is pretty funny. Not saying they're wrong.
All the videos that have been coming out, and it's become sort of a trend to talk about it and kind of get your gripes out of the way, which I think is great. I think that that's how change gets made because otherwise it just kind of gets lost and then no one ever talks about it again. As we see with a lot of these topics, they trend very quickly and then they die off very quickly. So I wanted to kind of keep pressure on in a little bit of a way, but also explain some context for some things that have happened since then, because we did the videos initially because of Corey's video, and I wanted to make sure that his message was heard and also to bring up some other issues that I think YouTube had and to give some sort of feedback in that.
Who was the first person to cause that initial adpocalypse? I forget. Like, there was a catalyst that started it all.
That regard. And since then, Mark uploaded a video called the Try Not to Get Age Restricted Challenge, which was a game that he recorded like months ago, but now just so happened to fit right into the stuff that was going on. So it was very, it was perfect timing for that. And then I had an eye tracker video that I was trying to get out and tried to get greenlit for a while that was proving troublesome, which I knew it would.
An eye tracker video.
But that I also did that video then as well.
I
and
would
also
fail
called it the
that
Try Not to
video.
Get Age Restricted Challenge, just to kind of like poke some buttons and like kick a hornet's nest at it in a way and kind of like test the systems in a way. And I will say, since that video went up, okay, I'll give context on the video because I did in the last one, but in case you don't know, I recorded the eye tracker video, obviously with the intent
Was it
of kind of,
Toei?
like, pushing.
I thought it was Funimation. If it was Toei, then absolutely. Okay, I was misremembering then. I'll take that. Yeah, let's watch that real fast. It was Toei, though.
Hello everyone,
Okay.
and Happy New Year! As many of you might know, over December of 2021, Toei Animation claimed and blocked over 150 of my videos. This translates to over 3 years worth of work being removed from my channel that
Can't
both
even
myself
imagine.
and my team worked hard to create. Following those events, I tried everything from reaching out to YouTube support specifically to making videos addressing it explicitly. With all of you guys helping to amplify my voice, thank you again by the way, as it is because of you that I have good and interesting news to give today. A lot has happened since I last addressed this scenario back in mid-December, so I will be filling you all in on everything that has happened since, and let me tell you, a lot has happened, some really weird, some really good, and a lot that I didn't even know about. As usual, I will try to keep this as brief as I can. In mid-December, I released a video stating that I would be stepping
Pretty
away
brief.
from this entire situation. A lot of you found this abrupt, and it was. However, I assure you that it wasn't a decision made for any other reason than those stated in the video. The circumstances surrounding my videos being taken down weren't the only things that I had to contend with that month. I'm eager to share with you all the details of my professional troubles, however, I don't want to get into the personal stressors that existed during that time. Just know
Sure.
that they were a large contributing factor that forced me to take a step back. Now, onto some new stuff. Following my last upload addressing this situation on December 11th, the very next day on December 12th, someone high up at YouTube who had requested I keep their identity withheld reached out to me personally on Discord
Interesting.
asking if they could hop on a call with me. From this point on, I will be referring to this person as, quote, my YouTube contact or contact. I immediately hopped onto this call with the YouTube contact, and right away they accepted responsibility for this not being escalated sooner. I had in the past reached out to numerous YouTube support personnel through the proper
God.
channels, all to no success and to tons of stress. The YouTube contact expressed that this should never have been left unanswered as long as it was.
YouTube is like the poster child of what's the saying, like the left hand doesn't know what the right hand's doing. Like they have no fucking clue what's going on.
And I'm not gonna lie, hearing a human voice that felt both sincerely eager to help and understanding of this impossible situation felt like a weight lifted off my shoulders. And that's when they gave me some information concerning this situation I was not aware of. My first experience with this whole Toei situation began when I first received those copyright notices via email. However, my contact informed me that there was much more to that story than what happened after I received those copyright emails. Firstly, prior to any email being sent to me, Toei Animation sent YouTube directly over 150 takedown notices. These are requests to YouTube not to block my content, but to delete them off of my channel, which would lead to strikes right off the bat and likely would result in the termination of my account, and that's bad. But this is where I want to give YouTube some credit. In response to this request, YouTube, as per their policy, did not remove the videos, but rather requested Toei to confirm that they had considered exceptions to copyright, such as fair use and fair dealing. In other words, YouTube looked at my content and felt that the videos might qualify for such an exception. Courts have decided that copyright owners must consider fair use before they send a takedown, and so they passed the ball back to Toei to provide further reasoning.
So that's a real sticky situation because we have fair use over here in America. It's not like a global thing, right? So how what the fuck do they do? Like if you're coming into conflict with two differing systems of law. I don't even want to go down that road.
And this is where this gets interesting. In response to this, Toei broke YouTube's policy, and instead of responding with a justification for their takedown notices per YouTube's request, they instead used their own tools behind YouTube's back to manually claim and block each and every one of the over 150 videos in my catalog of content, effectively achieving the same result minus the takedown of my channel.
That's super
This is
fucked
what
up.
resulted in the 150 emails I received alerting to me of this in the first place. So, in short, Toei explicitly broke the rules in this instance. It is important, however, at this time to point out that had Toei provided an argument that the videos were infringing under Japanese law, YouTube would have likely honored their removal, removed the videos worldwide, and potentially
So
struck
that
out
becomes
my channel.
precedent,
YouTube's
Japanese
justification
law.
for following this notice and takedown process ultimately boils down to YouTube wanting to retain their safe harbor status. If they lost this status, they would be picking a side and thus open themselves up to countless lawsuits from all angles. But in this instance, Toei broke the rules of YouTube's copyright policy.
That's a
which
fucking
made
anime
every
plot twist.
single one of those copyright claims and blocks that Toei filed against me null and void. And this might sound great,
That's
and
funny.
following this conversation over the days that followed, I technically had all of my videos back under my control and technically fully monetizable, but as my contact informed me, we were far from out of the woods yet. They said that if I were to put all the videos back up as they were, I would run a massive risk of opening myself up to the exact same thing happening again, and perhaps this time Toei would provide that justification they needed last time. If they did this, then my videos would be deleted and perhaps my channel too. Fair use is a defense that makes sense in most countries, and certainly the ones I broadcast to specifically. However, the Japanese interpretation of these exceptions is less robust than most of the rest of the world.
Yeah,
which is
that's
why
what
I
I
made
figured.
all of the claimed videos private so that I could buy time to understand my options. Over the next week, my contact jumped into a number of different meetings and indirect correspondence with the Japanese YouTube representatives
Copyright is
communicating with
so
Toei to try
fucking
and mediate
terrible.
some sort of understanding. Initially, they wanted to see if it was possible to establish a meeting between myself and a rep from Toei. However, the idea was quickly discarded for a number of reasons. Following this, YouTube asked Toei Animation to review all of my videos they requested takedowns for, since some of them clearly didn't use any of their footage. And this is when something incredibly surprising and concerning occurred. Toei obliged and made a list of 86 videos that they said should stay down, with the implication being anything that wasn't on this list could go back up. My contact shared this list with me and asked me to review it. And what I found was honestly baffling. Contained in this list were frankly the most arbitrary assortment of videos I had ever seen. It honestly appeared as though someone chose videos at random, as if chucking darts at a dartboard. For example, My first video in which I drew characters in a particular style was included on this bad video list, but the second episode, which had literally the exact same style, format, and volume of content, wasn't. To add to the confusion, some parts of my Dragon Ball review series were requested to be taken down, while others, which were part of that same review series, were not. And to keep in mind, these are videos that were edited in the exact same fashion as the part which wasn't allowed. The same is true for my One Piece series. Some of it was to be taken down, while others weren't. And as I continued reading this list provided by Toei Animation, I became more and more confused. So much so that I wrote up a 4-page document expressing my concerns and the issues I saw with it. In the interest of transparency, I will read my closing statements from that document where I reviewed the aforementioned list to give you all a taste of where my head was at the time. I was not happy. Quote, "This is where I am going to stop going through these videos. Simply put, either they're all okay or they're not. My most charitable reading of these decisions is that those at Toei Animation tasked with this assignment quite literally have no excuse at this point for producing such an incoherent and incomprehensible list of unacceptable and acceptable videos. Toei have in their very own list
They don't know
demonstrated
what
that
they're
they do
doing?
not understand the task or rules that they are
Nobody
asking
does.
others to abide by. This list is rife with contradictions and incomprehensible choices that I personally find as both a head of a household and a company deeply disturbing. If Toei doesn't know the rules of their own game, then how can they possibly justify this behavior?" End quote.
Left
And
hand,
that's
right
about as far
hand
as the
thing.
situation got before the holiday break both in Japan and America. And there wasn't any more to report until the first week of January 2022. Following this, my YouTube contact held meetings with numerous other YouTube personnel trying to find some solution to this existing issue.
Toei going full tickled man on this guy.
I should make it known at this time that I have never spoken to
You
Toei
never go
Animation,
full
nor have they
tickled
reached
man.
out to me personally at any time. Everything I am telling you concerning their actions comes via 4 degrees of separation, where their team communicates with the Japanese YouTube team, who communicates with the American YouTube team, who communicates with my YouTube contact, who then relays all of that info back to me.
Playing motherfucking
However,
telephone
time and
on
again, YouTube
that.
would encounter the same pushback from Toei, who, I presume, see me as no different than the people who upload the Dragon Ball films in full on YouTube. They see me as a pirate. And in short, it appears to be that Toei doesn't believe that there is an acceptable application of their content online with regards to fair use, which is extremely unfortunate, as I believe, similar to how video games have embraced the online sphere, I sincerely believe that a collaborative or symbiotic relationship between online creators and copyright owners is not only more than possible, but would likely work extremely well for both sides if they were more open to it. And the way that they're going, it's my belief that it will only hurt both parties, perhaps more so than they believe is possible. And look, this is just my opinion.
So Toei doesn't even like believe in reviews or something like that? Does it go that far?
But I genuinely believe that had it not been for Team 4-Star and their Dragon Ball Z Abridged series, Dragon Ball wouldn't have remained nearly as popular in the Western world during the time where not much new content surrounding the property was being released. And that's not to slight the works or efforts of official sources. They do an incredible job.
Yeah.
But it's to speak to the opportunity that's being left on the table, perhaps without proper consideration. With all that said, that left me in a difficult position. Without Toei willing to budge on the matter, if they were to file a lawsuit in Japan, then in a Japanese court, it's possible I would have little chance due.
You have Nintendo being super picky over video game centrics. What about the other companies? What do you mean? Elaborate. Are you saying like those other countries should be super picky, or Nintendo should follow them and not be picky?
Due to the very narrow application of their version of fair use. And this is where YouTube did something they have never done before. A move that has added a brand new step in their copyright policy or protocol. And while this is a policy YouTube uses in other legal removal areas, it's the very first time they're applying it to copyright. Okay, so a legal copyright removal has to consider fair use or other copyright exceptions, right? My videos are delivered in English and clearly are targeted to those in the Western world, and so YouTube removed the videos in Japan because, given their limited application of copyright exceptions, Toei might see this as infringing in Japan. However, YouTube felt that the videos could reasonably qualify for a fair use exemption in most of the rest of the world, so the content will remain up everywhere else until or unless Toei can make an argument that it would not qualify for copyright exemption in other territories. In short, since Japan isn't a demographic I even attempt to target and didn't have the capability of abstaining from uploading to in the past, YouTube has elected to block my videos in Japan so that if they wish to block those videos in the future, they will have to do so in a country outside of Japanese law, thus giving me what I believe to be a fair chance. And well,
that's good.
That's where we are now.
Better
Following the release
that
of
than
this video,
nothing.
I will be making public all of the videos that were once blocked, and only time will tell what the future will hold for my channel and what Toei may or may not do. My hope is nothing, but given how unpredictable this entire situation has been,
like,
who knows what might end.
The one thing that gets me is like, why now? Like, why then did he not do that? You know, he's been doing it for however many years, probably a lot. Probably a very, very lot of years. And just so happens that they did that after all that time. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me.
And as I've mentioned...
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. I mean, Sega's pretty awesome, too, with fan games. Shit, Christian Whitehead was a fan game designer. They brought him on for Sonic Mania, which turned out to be one of the best Sonic games of all time. But Nintendo? Nah. Fuck that. Can't use their IP. They're so stupid.
Very well can happen. But something I do want to say is that while I am perfectly willing to and have pointed out in the past shortcomings of YouTube as a platform in supporting its creators, I will also point out experiences I've had where without them I would have honestly been lost. This is such an occasion. YouTube isn't one entity, it's a massive group of people that have all different opinions and backgrounds. I can't speak to the quality of everyone working at YouTube, but I can say that the people I've been in contact with over the last month following my going dark on social media have been some of the kindest and most eager to help people I've ever spoken to that have expressed a genuine desire to help me, have worked tirelessly to help me find a solution in this almost impossible situation, and perhaps most importantly, I think their heart is in the right place. Again, I cannot speak for everyone's experience with YouTube and their respective personnel, and I have been very, very vocal about their shortcomings, particularly in this situation early on, and I still think a lot of work needs to be done to make sure something like this doesn't happen again. People shouldn't need to create a storm to get attention, but I think it's also important to champion the good that they do when they do it. And in this situation, they sincerely helped me greatly.
Might be a metaphor, but yeah, exactly. I agree 100%. And also their little algorithm bot and everything is just running amok. It's literally like Ultron in Age of Ultron, where Tony builds Ultron to like save the planet or save Earth. And then it fucking goes haywire and gets overzealous and like wants to kill everyone on Earth. It's the exact same fucking shit with this copyright bot bullshit. Let's see. Oh yeah, I wanted to watch this too.
Can Halo Infinite ever recover from this? Well, this is a question which is massively opinionated, of course. A lot of the community right now will say straight up, no, there's not a chance, that they've lost all hope and interest in this game and don't really care about the future of Halo Infinite. However, a lot of people, like myself, who are quite optimistic, do have a different perspective on the matter, and I want to share that in today's video with you guys. Look, a lot of people are sick of the way this game's being managed, as am I. I really don't agree with the way this game's been managed, and I'm not a fan of it.
The people that keep going back to 343 games and Halo Infinite, they're like the people that go back with their exes, even though they're like abusive. Like, how many times does 343 have to fuck up before you say, fuck it, I'm out, have fun? I don't know. They've already had enormous amount of chances, but whatever.
At all. I think this can be handled so much better. Another thing you've got to take into account as well is that Halo is different to most franchises. Halo is very much in the same category or brand as Call of Duty and the likes of FIFA, in a sense that No matter what content or new game comes out with this name Halo, it's always going to bring players back, and people are always going to be interested in it. And that's just solely attributed down to the legacy that Halo has built from the Bungie days. Now, I want to detail 2 of the main ways that Halo can come back and that it can recover from this absolute horrendous mess it's in right now. But without further ado, let's discuss them both. Okay, so to start off with, I want to ask you guys a question. What is the main reason people love to play Halo? Why do people get excited for Halo when it comes out or something new drops for it? I can tell you the answer right now, and it's because of the story, the campaign, the split-screen co-op. Granted, not everyone is going to have this opinion, but I would imagine the majority of Halo fans will think in this way. This is what makes Halo, Halo. In Halo Combat Evolved back in 2001, there was no multiplayer to begin with. It was literally you lugging your Xbox and plasma TV from your house all the way to your friend's house to either set up a LAN, or you can take your controller around and split screen with your friends. Now, I do have a pretty hot take about Halo, and it's one that not everyone will agree with, but I think it's extremely relevant to the point to where we are now, and the last year has proved this. Traditional Halo Arena multiplayer is not enough to carry the franchise anymore. It might have been back in Halo 3, it might have been back in Halo 2 and Halo Reach, but it is not good enough right now. Of course, the way that it is at the moment in terms of having so many missing features doesn't help, of course, but even if it did have those features, I just think gaming is evolving. Whether we like it or not, I don't think that is going to be able to carry the franchise. Look, the live service model that we've got in place right now is just not enough to take this game from where it is now all the way back up to the top where it belongs, even if we did have these additional features that are missing added back in. I'm not saying can the multiplayer completely or Arena, because I do love playing Arena every now and then, but I just don't think it's powerful enough anymore to be able to take Halo where it needs to be. I always use Destiny 2 as a massive example for this, and I'm going to continue using it until they cock up, because Destiny are such a good example of how to run a live service game in the way that Halo players and lore fanatics and campaign lovers want
Destiny
Halo
now.
to be ran. And they include the traditional PvP and Arena multiplayer in with PvE, and it goes hand in hand and works seamlessly. Now yes, Destiny doesn't have necessarily a static campaign like Halo does, but that's why it's so good. Yes, you don't get the same atmosphere in the gameplay, or you can't just jump into a campaign mission or the open world and chill out like you can in Halo Infinite. But the Destiny Sol, which is like the solar system, is so versatile. So many places you can go and explore. The skyboxes are absolutely stunning, and the story is continuously updating weekly. And when it's not updating anymore because you've completed it, there's still so much you can do, from challenges, bounties, leveling up your light level, and much more. To compete in this live service market, Halo needs to be more of an active game. Not just in the content rollouts of multiplayer, but in terms of the story progression, and everything else around that needs to come together and be more of an active game. Creating an ever-evolving multiplayer story, which people actually care about. Look, the campaign is what made Halo what it is today.
But
so why are we creating new characters for the story when we have about 5 different characters and teams that were absent from Halo Infinite? I mean, to be fair, those characters could come into the multiplayer story later on down the line. We don't know, we haven't seen the future of this online story just yet. But from what we've got right now, I don't really understand the purpose of it when we've got loads of characters that we don't know where they are right now from the mainline story that we all want the answers to, along with so many other characters in the Halo universe that could have been used in this multiplayer story to get some of the OG fans, or fans coming from the likes of Halo Wars 2 from the Spirit of Fire, or Halo 5 and Blue Team, or just something like that. I really hope this story proves me wrong, but it's looking pretty bleak at the moment. Anyway, let's dive into some of the main ways Halo can recover and get back on top, and I think you guys are going to like these. Now, the first one, of course, is for 343 to reach seasonality. This is just a baseline one, and I don't want to spend too much time on this, but they have to reach it. If they don't reach it, we're going to be in big trouble come March the 7th. However, I don't just think reaching seasonality is enough. They need to keep on top of this. They can't just reach seasonality for a season, and then after that, be back in the same mess again. Seasonality is not enough for 343.
They keep talking about it.
It needs to continue, and they need to expand.
Now seasons are fucking 10 months long.
Game.
They went the opposite way.
When people ask about the future of Halo Infinite, most are focused on the live service and the story and the multiplayer. But hello, there's an incredible mode sat in the background wondering what the fuck is going on with it. Halo Infinite's campaign was controversial, I'll give you that. It lacked that storytelling aura that the likes of Halo 2 had. But what it does do is do an amazing job at taking Halo back to its roots. Halo Infinite is like the Halo Combat Evolved of the 343 era. A Chief and a Cortana-like story, like the original game, but in Infinite's case,
like
it's much
Halo
more
Infinite,
open world,
believe me.
and it does
I
have the
wouldn't
linear
be
missions there as well.
as up in arms if I didn't. I wouldn't give a fuck, but I do. I fucking love Halo.
Well, and to be quite honest, this was probably why there was no presence of any other teams or characters within this campaign. For me, campaign DLC should be a huge priority for Halo and 343 and even Microsoft, and have that DLC integrate into its live service. Halo's multiplayer story and live service is not good enough, guys. I'm going to sum Halo Infinite's live service up to you guys in 2 sentences right now. A live service cutscene telling us about a story in which honestly is a bit naff, which then forces us to play one mode of multiplayer to finish one singular battle pass, for us to then go into another cutscene, for us then to wait another 3 months for a season, or in Season 2's case, 10 months for the next season's cutscene. It's just not good enough, guys. The Halo Infinite story has us all wondering who the hell the Endless are. Why are they much worse than the Flood? Where is Lasky, Palmer, Halsey? How did Atriox survive? We don't have a clue, and we probably will need to wait years to find this stuff out. A hell of a lot of Halo Infinite was cut during its development cycle. Surely they've got some leftover content that was cut that they can use for DLC, right? I personally thought that with the success of this campaign and the amount of questions that it had, and just following the general trend of live service, I would have thought there'd be a campaign follow-up within at least the following year. We're a year into it, and we don't even have campaign network co-op, so I don't think that's going to happen, Chief. I think we'll be very lucky to see any campaign content before 2025. I always revert back to this example. Destiny has a campaign expansion every single year without fail, pretty much, with 4 seasons minimum in that single year. This guarantees a new story every single week for the foreseeable future for Destiny, which is just huge for Bungie to accomplish, and I've got to praise them for it. But Destiny do it right, and to be honest, do exactly as Bungie have always done things. We have a cutscene, then we actually play through the story. We then have to interpret some of the lore, hints in the dialogue, and get some really interesting progressions in the story. A lot of effort is put into this game and its live service story, and people really care about it, and since the Witch Queen launched, the growth of Destiny has only increased more. Unfortunately though, I just can't say the same thing for Halo right now. It just can't continue like this. If 343 want Halo to be anywhere near as successful as the Bungie era or even Destiny right now, this live service model needs a change. Look, I've said this already, but even if 343 reach seasonality, the layout of these seasons is just not good enough to get Halo back on top, or to bring players back and to make them care. So I hope 343 get the seasonality they're looking for. I hope they can get to a stage where they
maybe
can
in like 2
good
years
for us regularly.
It took them like what, 4 or 5 years to fix Master Chief Collection. Guess we can look forward to Halo Infinite being good in 4 or 5 years. The industry is fucking terrible.
And man, I hope that they change this live service approach big time. Now, one final thing for me, and I see this a lot in my comments and within the community, especially Scarlett in my comments, that every video I make, she makes her point very clear that she wants firefights or a PvE mode, so shout out to you, Scarlett. I've said this in my last 2 videos, and I want to continuously push this because it's so important.
I didn't notice.
PvE is arguably as popular, if not more popular, than PvP in not just in Halo, but generally other games out there as well. Agreed that traditional firefight is probably not enough to carry Halo Infinite or just bring some interest back. Gaming has evolved since Halo ODST, and we do need an evolution of firefight or PvE in Halo. My idea is something that I think would suit Halo Infinite so well. I don't know if the Slipspace engine is going to be able to cope with this, but this is my idea. Zeta Halo needs to be reused into a new PvE mode. What is the point in having one whole map that's that big for 4 players maximum to go, and you can only go 800 meters apart? Why not have Zeta Halo as a whole new PvE mode that you can go to? There's a hub there of some sort that you can go and meet other players from all around the world. And that'll be your base of operations.
Oh,
You
I
can
see what
go
he's
off to do
saying.
missions in Zeta Halo and just do things like this. Throughout this whole experience, we are our own Spartans. We can see the chief and the weapon around the camp. Have a hub like the tower in Destiny. Objectives around Zeta Halo. Even reuse campaign assets and give us new story
That would be
objectives or
really
missions.
cool.
Bounties of
I never
killing
even
enemies,
thought of that.
playing missions backwards and things like that, new high-value targets, and even Spartan killers throughout. Hell, we could even use Outpost Tremonius as the base of operations. How sick would that be? This would be such a fucking cool way to progress the live service story. A simple way for players to just focus on the story in a PvE setting with characters and more of a fictional side of things, and just, you don't need to be sweaty in a team deathmatch or a slayer in order to progress the story in the battle pass. I can go into it and I can follow a set of objectives or missions within this
I
PvE
am
world of
down
Zeta
for
Halo
that.
with loads of other people behind me doing the same thing in their own session or whatever it might be. Why can we not have something like this in Halo? This would be amazing. The thing is, though, we can even go to the extent
It makes
of
too
having
much
new multiplayer
sense
maps
for
a part of these
343.
lore or objectives as well.
Far too
So,
much
for example,
sense.
Season 2's maps was a massive part of this overall story of Aratus and what the Banished were looking for. We could even have a singular mission or objective on there to go and collect something or to investigate this map of some sort. We could have a couple of AIs scattered around the map to talk to, loads of Banished around there as well to fight. Stuff like this would be so much better than just having a cutscene at the start, having to play sweaty Last Spartan Standing until you've completed some battle pass, for us to then get a final 10-15 second cutscene that means nothing to us. If we can have these ideas,
True.
why can't
Spitting
343?
facts.
Yes, it's probably down to resource, but if I was told that this was being planned for like a year or even a year and a half later, I'd be patient in order to play and grind this. Just it'd be so fun to progress the story in a live service environment whilst waiting also for campaign DLC. I can't think of anything better. But they're the main ways I think Halo can recover.
Yeah, I
It's
agree.
a very good PvE mode. The live service story needs
It's a pretty good channel. How am I not subscribed to him? That's weird. Anyway, all right, I'm gonna get off. I'll be back later today after I sleep and swim. So yeah, hopefully I'll beat Metroid Prime 2